My moral conscience is woken up. You get a life sentence. It will get your attention. My greed, my addiction to alcohol, to work, um, to that criminal lifestyle. I realize now that slow and steady. I'm sharp enough where I could have made the money I made as a drug dealer, as a businessman.
How long have you been down?
13 years, 15-year life sentence. So we do a lot of board prep, really looking at insight. And, I think by going to self-help, people really start to get that seed of hope. They see a future outside of you. And, just because we're doing a life sentence, we've got no time to waste, So my days are full. And most of the guys that come to my groups, our groups, are the people that aren't getting write-ups. They're not getting into fights. And, they're really recovering mentally, physically, and socially.
Okay. What are some common misconceptions that you feel like people on the outside have of people who are inside or in your position?
I think that they think that people can't change. And I strongly believe that anyone can change. And it, really starts by making a commitment and setting a new standard that you want to live by. I don't want to hurt anybody again. I don't want to disappoint my family. And I don't want to disappoint society. And as a man of faith, my moral conscience is woken up. You get a life sentence. It will get your attention. And, I can either stay in the throes of my addictive lifestyle or have different values. So with those values, just different beliefs.
So if you were to get out tomorrow, hypothetically, what's the first thing you would do?
Good question. First thing I would do is comply with whatever my parole officer told me to do.
Yeah.
Along with that, I'm a foodie, so I would want to get back to what I'm used to.
And what's that?
I would say, hopefully I'd have enough time to go to get a real steak somewhere. Lobster, asparagus, that type of thing.
Gotcha. So I know you said you're a foodie. What's the thing you miss most about the outside restaurant?
Oh, definitely my family. I have grandkids that I haven't been able to meet yet. My whole family lives on the East Coast, so it's it's a long trek for them to come out here. I'm blessed to have a mom come a couple times a year. But my precocious little grandkids, it's a lot to ask of my kids for them to bring them out here. So yeah, I miss my family.
Okay. Anything you would say, any one piece of advice that you would give to your younger self?
Different values, different goals. We develop these core beliefs and we put some things above the things that are really important. And, my avarice, my greed, my addiction to alcohol, to work, to that criminal lifestyle, I realize now that slow and steady. I'm sharp enough where I could have made the money I made as a drug dealer, as a businessman, and so, like I said, that the misconception for the public is we can't change, and we have some smart people here that are ready, to make a difference. As a lifer, there's a real need for us to keep growing and continue our recovery. So we have a great captain who's been really supportive and allowing us to run voluntary groups. So we run a plethora of inmate-led groups. In these groups, you get nothing for it, no time off. What you get is you get the chance to really learn. You know, it's people that really want to be there, and we're making an impact. We teach domestic violence, victims awareness, denial management is a real big one. A few months ago, we started GRIP, which is guiding rage into power, anger management, of course, Criminal Gangs Anonymous, and we've actually developed a leadership team of inmates. I kind of got the idea during COVID when everything shut down, and we got creative, and a lot of I'm a voracious reader. My family has been really supportive in sending in the curriculums. So we've trained facilitator teams to keep this going long after I leave. God willing, it won't be too far off in the future. But we become professors to ourselves, and the administration, they recognize that, and like I said, we couldn't do it without their support.
Absolutely. Okay, one last thing. I know I said that before. Uh, what type of music are you listening to? What do you listen to? Who are some of your favorite artists?
Well, I have a plethora of music. Being in my 60s, of course, classical rock is always going to be dear to my heart, but I've learned to like contemporary country. I like smooth jazz. I like some R&B. I'm not big on hip hop, but I'm not adverse to it. I just don't listen to a lot of that. But thanks for asking.
All right, absolutely. I appreciate you. Great job, brother.
My pleasure.
Amazing interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.